And I greet you in Jesus' precious name. I want to share a very special scripture with you, one that means so much to me. It's found in Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. It says this very clearly, "And without faith it is impossible to please God. And he who believes must believe that he is, and that he's the rewarder of those who diligently seek him." Without faith, we can't please God. It's quite simple. What are you doing today, sir? Are you standing by faith, or are you just sitting on the sideline watching the world go by? Don't do that. The Lord wants you to step up and step out. A lot of young people get hold of me and they say they want to work with the Lord, but nothing happens because they're not doing anything. You see, faith is an active word. You see my feet? Faith has got feet. It's not just talk, it's action. Now, I want to share a scripture with you from Matthew chapter 14, and I'm reading from verse 28. "And Peter answered Jesus, he answered him, and he said, 'Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water.' And so he said, 'Come.' And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, 'Lord, save me.'" There's a difference between presumption and faith. Presumption is to suppose that something is probably true. So a person of presumption will normally follow somebody else that's doing something, but they won't initiate it themselves. Jesus said to Peter, "Come." One word, come. Maybe Jesus is saying to you today, my dear friend, come. Come, get out of the boat and get on the water. But what happened now? There's no but, what, nothing. Come. Now, Peter, and you can say what you like about Peter. I know he denied the Lord 3 times. He made many mistakes. He was like a bull in a china shop. Hey? He acted before he thought, and that happens to me too often. But at least he did something. There's not another human being ever since the foundation of the earth, apart from Jesus, but Jesus was God, who has ever walked on the top of water. I've been in a boat right across the lake. It is a very, very deep lake. He walked on the water. Why? Because by faith, he believed God. When Jesus said, "Come," he got out the boat. By the way, there was 11 other people in the boat. They never got out. And he walked on the water. I want to say to you, if you want to be used by God, you have got to be obedient. When you're obedient, okay, then God can use you. And I want to say something else to you. Faith is contagious. What does that mean? It means that it is catchy. Like, you know, if you have the flu and you get next to somebody else, they get the flu. Same thing with faith. When you hang around people who have got faith, your faith is increased. You'll never see an eagle flying around with a flock of turkeys, will you? No. Eagles fly in the high places. They are singular birds, but they spend time with God. I want to say to you today, my dear friend, it is time for you to get out of the boat and start walking on the water. Get involved, because if you don't, God will pass you by because he will use somebody else. I'm not talking about your salvation. I'm not talking about going to heaven. I'm talking about being used of God. And what he'll do, he'll try you and he'll test you. And if he finds you obedient, he'll start to give you bigger opportunities to serve him. Until next time, walk on the water. Goodbye.